All right. Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles, to my elder bishops, and to my elder teachers of Great Millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect. All right, shalom, shalom to the Yahweh, the very few sisters that listen and follow this truth and sincerity. Shalom to you sisters, to you Yahweh. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners. Shalom to the hopeful elect. And, this is going to be a quick lesson, man. Ultimately, today is game day. You know what I'm saying? Today is camp day. So, I'm waiting for bros to pull up, and then we're going to go out and, hold camp. And, Lord willing, we have an edifying camp, man. But, like I said, just a quick lesson through the spirit, just to get the juices flowing, man, getting ready for camp and whatnot. I want to go into 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, and I want to start at the 5th verse, because ultimately this is extremely relevant, right? The scriptures have always been relevant, of course, but how much more now in this time, as we're in the last days, man, the last few seconds of Esau Edom's rulership, man. So, hey, we're in great spirits. This devil, he's absolutely losing his mind, and he's all over the place, man. Right now, Nero 47, we're talking about a ceasefire, but the Iranians, ultimately, they were saying that they never had any type of talks with Nero 47, and ultimately, man, this devil is trying to act as if he's in complete control, and he's not. Okay, and everything is being orchestrated by the Heavenly Father. You see, so Esau, he's definitely getting ready to come with that great wrath. Because that's all he's got left, man, is the sword. That's all he has left. Nobody respects this devil anymore. Nobody takes him serious. Everybody knows that he's full of shit. And, of course, he's going to come with that wrath. And like I said, man, that's it, man. Ultimately, that's going to force the return of our Lord, Yahweh Shai, as soon as he comes against the elect. So, hey, one step closer to the kingdom, man. Like I said, just a quick lesson. I got a couple of precepts, Lord willing. This lesson be edifying. I want to start at 2 Thessalonians 2 and 5. And it reads, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time." So this devil is being revealed because simply it's time for him to be revealed, man. Okay? For a long period of time, this devil has been a fugitive on the run. Okay, and now, his last few seconds of freedom has finally approached. Okay, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Right? That's why the prophets are out here prophesying this devil and revealing this devil, and not just the prophets. He even has his own people exposing him and revealing what's going on behind the scenes, with the whole, with the whole island files. You got to speak in code. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The guy that, had that island with the whole, satanic sacrifices and rituals of children. Okay, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. At the end of the day, that just exposed what these devils are really doing behind the scenes. All of your politicians, government officials, even, all the way down to the police force, so on and so forth. You see what they're involved in, man. The drinking of blood, human sacrificing. Okay. Ultimately, that's Esau to a T, man. Right, this devil, he's the real vampire. And Count Dracula, back in the day, they had those, certain shows with showing a vampire or Dracula drinking the blood and not wanting to come out in the sunlight. Well, who you think that's talking about, man? That's talking about Esau Edom. Okay, so as I said, his own people are actually bringing him out. Right? What's that? Psalms chapter 64 and verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, right? Because you got these devils, these so-called Christian Edomites, which all of them are Edomites, man. Okay, they're trying to say that the small hats are Esau, Edom, but then they'll try to say that they're Jacob. No, Jacob, Israel, the Israelites are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, so-called Hispanics, okay, and the Israelite foreigners. Okay, you so-called white people, whose ever bloodlines go back to being an Edomite, because it's not necessarily based on skin color, but it is a key indicator of who is who, okay? But, these Edomites, all of y'all are Edomites, man. Okay, the ones over there in Israel, the small hats, and you American Edomites, you European Edomites, okay, wherever you're at, man. Them Edomites located in South Africa, okay, you are the devil. Okay, you are the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And right now, you are seeing the beginning stages of your end, okay? So let's go from there and let's go back to 2 Thessalonians. Like I said, man, this ain't going to be too long. Just through the Spirit, just putting something up through the Spirit, man. Like I said, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, let's read verse 6 again. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Okay, so this is the time that this devil is being revealed, man. Okay, all of the wickedness that this devil has been doing, okay, everything that he's been doing behind the scenes, it's all coming to light, man. What's that? St. Luke, let me see, 12:2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Okay, at one point in time when it came to his so-called secret societies, nobody really knew about him. That's why, he was able to operate and move in silence and do the things that he's been doing, okay, without getting exposed. With the false flags and the certain things that this devil used to get away with behind the scenes. As soon as this devil does a false flag, he gets exposed, man. As far as somebody bringing out certain information, certain crisis actors, you might have one, false flag event that takes place, and they may have a main character, ultimately playing a victim role or whatever, and somebody might expose him and say, well, wait a minute, he was involved in the last false flag that took place a couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago. Just certain things like that. This devil can't hide anymore, man. Okay, he used to be able to move around and throw at them certain hand signs without people knowing what's going on. Now everybody knows what's going on with those hand signs. Like these rappers, they throw up the 3 6s over their eyes, and so on and so forth. The triangle. Like Jay-Z, he got the Rockefeller sign or whatever, which ultimately, and I'm just making examples, but everybody's on to that now, man. Basically, what I'm saying is this devil can't hide anymore. The only thing he got left is to come with that sword and that great wrath, okay, pursuant to what? Revelation 12:12. So this is where we at, man. This is where we're at. Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, meaning destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And another thing of how this devil gets exposed, right? The whole fake moon landing, right? Now, back in I forgot the exact year, but it was in the 60s, I believe, when they went to the moon, right? Now, you have way more technology than you did before then. You have more technology now. Now, instead of y'all actually going to the moon and stepping on the moon, with all this new technology that you have now, they decide that, we're just going to circle around the moon and come back. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, man. And, your certain enchantments that you used to be able to bring forth, it ain't working anymore, man. Them certain rituals that you used to do, it ain't working. Okay? What's that? Isaiah the 47th chapter, man. Let's go there real quick, man, because uh, you know, the things that this devil was able to do, he can't do these things anymore because he's at his end. Okay, Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. This devil, ever since he first started coming into power, he was able to use these certain enchantments to gain power, to gain control, okay, to rule with the sword. Okay, that's how he ultimately took over the earth. But it ain't working anymore, man. Okay, it says, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. And ultimately, the Lord is making a mockery out of these devils. Okay, because he's not going to be able to prevail anymore. Okay, because ultimately, them rituals and them demons that he was conjuring up, who do you think they work for? The Heavenly Father. They work for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. They were being sent by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Ultimately, Satan and the demons, they're double agents. Okay, so this devil has been caught up in the Most High's trick bag, man. Ultimately, the Lord has laid a snare for this devil, and he's been caught. He's been trapped. And just like the rat that he is, he's trying to scramble around and squirm off of the trap, but it ain't no getting away. Okay. You might have a rat on the trap, and let's say that you try to pick up the trap, you might ultimately pick it up the wrong way. He may bite you or whatever, but ultimately you still got him. And the reason why I bring that analogy is because, like I just brought out in Revelation 12:12, he gonna go down swinging, just like if you get a animal trapped in a corner, he may scratch and claw and bite you or whatever, if you're not careful, but ultimately you got him. Okay, so that's what his devil's at, man. So he gonna come with that Revelation 12:12, and that's gonna be like his haymaker. That's gonna be like his last little, so-called fight, and it's gonna be to no avail. See, the Lord got this devil, man, right where he wants him, and he ain't gonna be able to get out of the hands of the Lord, man. Okay, verse 13. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Yeah, these meetings that they have, these summit meetings, that they have, every year. Now they have them every so often, every couple of months. What do you think they're doing? And I'm not talking about the meetings that they show on TV. What do you think they're doing when the camera is off, man? They're doing these rituals, sacrificing it to Molech, Baal, all of these ancient demonic deities. Ultimately, that's what they're doing, right? Certain rituals, sacrificing, but it ain't working. That's why they're trying to do more and more sacrificing, right? As I mentioned in my last video, 2 sacrifices is being offered up, just like during the time of Cain and Abel, right? Abel represented the elect of Israel, right? Ultimately, and you had Cain representing Edom, and they offered up 2 sacrifices. Abel's sacrifice was accepted, and Cain's sacrifice was rejected. But that's the same thing that's going on now, right? You have the sacrifices of the elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of Israel, and then you have the sacrifices of the wicked elite. And Esau is going to be denied again, man. Okay? So at the end of the day, man, this is the work of the Lord working in real time right before our very eyes. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So that's why brothers is pumped up in the spirit. Even though we understand, the persecution and all that is coming, we get it. Right, but at the end of the day, man, we're going to get the victory. It's already written. It just gotta play out. So we gotta endure to the end, man. You see, Isaiah 47:13 once again. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up, and that's ultimately, and they're those warlocks, witches, and warlocks. Those are your scientists, man. Okay, and these tech, billionaires, like I forgot their names, man. Those 3 tech billionaires that was with Nero 47 when he first came into office, and they're just the faces. There's many more behind the scenes, right? But those are nothing but modern day warlocks. These witches. They conjure up, these familiar spirits. Okay, and you have certain ones that can tap in to the spiritual realm and whatnot. That's your modern day scientists, man. Your scientists and like it says, stargazers, astrologers, like the ones that work at NASA, so on and so forth, man. They're nothing but a bunch of witches and warlocks, okay? And they're just hiding behind science, the pseudoscience that Esau loves, man. Okay? It says, let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. But they ain't going to be able to save them. Okay? Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored. Even thy merchants from thy youth, they shall wander, every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. So these devils, the Lord got them right where he wanted them, man. Okay? What is that? Job 20:5. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Yeah, this devil, he had a short time to rule, man. A couple of centuries he's been in power ever since he came back during the rebirth. Okay, during the Renaissance periods, and ever since he came back into power, he had a short season. This devil ain't even been able to rule for 1,000 years. Okay, which is a full day unto the Lord, man. So this devil, he's been ruling for a short period of time. And look at America. It's only been established for 250 years, and that's usually when most empires cap out at 250 years, man. So that's why you're seeing more and more things happen. That's showing the end of Babylon the Great, America, man. So that's it for this devil, man. It ain't no hiding for this devil anymore. He's fully exposed. So he's about to come with that great wrath, and then Yahweh Shai is ultimately going to come and bring him down. Like when you read in Isaiah the 63rd chapter, or I think it's Isaiah the 63rd chapter. Let me make sure I'm right on that. Isaiah the 63rd chapter, Ezekiel the 35th chapter, 2nd Esdras the 13th chapter, Jeremiah the 50th and the 51st chapter, Revelation 17 and 18th chapters. Okay, just going into the downfall of this damn devil, man. Okay, this is a wrap for this for Esau Edom and for the heathen and for the 2/3 that want to join themselves unto this devil, man. Trying to say that Esau Edom ain't the so-called white man and saying that some Edomites can make it. Hey, definitely to all of you niggas, man, that got that mindset, man, because we're in that time now to where it's time for the righteous to stand up, man. Okay, we're in that time to where, at the end of the day, it's our time to shine, man. Okay, that's why the Lord gave us this truth, so that we can go out and teach, so that the elect can be risen up, and so that we can get the hell up out of here, man. But like I said, man, just a quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying. And I want to say all praises, honor, and glory. Call her Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. Double honors to my elder apostles, to my elder bishops, to my elder teachers of Great Millstone that rule well, was taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. Peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect. Until next